First of all, here I have all the materials that I use for creating the flower pot. This is all the quantities that I bought at the beginning. The first step is to choose your plastic container. Then you have to cut in little parts your cardboard and the newspaper for leaving it getting wet for 12 hours, more or less. After all this, you have to make one mixture of 2 spoons of wet flour, 1 spoon of water, and mix until you have a sticky consistency. Then you will have to make another mixture of 1 spoon of sand, 1/2 of cement, and 1/4 of gypsum. The last step is to mix these mixtures with 2 spoons of cardboard and newspaper until you have a moldable mass. You can make this mass as many as you need. For example, I did 12. Now I'm gonna explain how I made my flower pot. First, I chose the plastic container. Then I coated the cardboard and I left it getting wet for 12 hours. I think that it's not necessary to show how many times I repeated this mass. Here I covered all the plastic container with the mixture. I forgot to say that at the beginning this was my inspiration for the flower pot. And this is my model of the snow leopard. Next I made the legs and the tail. I left the parts drying for a day. After that I made the face and pasted with the body. The teacher told me that it didn't have aesthetic, so I had to make the neck. Then I pasted all the parts and I painted the first 3 layers of white painter. At the end I just painted a light layer of brown painter and I made the spots of the leopard with black painter and the eyes and the mouth. But I made another mistake with the eyes, so I had to correct the eyes and put white painter around the circles. And this is the final result compared with the initial model. For calculating the final value of my flower pot, I used these formulas. The mass is equal to the density multiplied by volume, and the density is equal to the mass over volume. Here I have all the quantities that I used for creating one mixture and the 12 mixtures. Finally, I just searched for the value of 1 kilogram for every material and divided by 1000 to get the value for 1 gram and multiplied it by how many grams I used. For ending, I made a Facebook post announcing that I'm selling this flower pot, and the final price was 116, but I rounded to 17, multiplied it by 2 and added 5 pesos of manufacturation.